I'm here with Maxwell Mohammed, the CEO for Longhorn Publishers. He's just been confirmed as the new CEO. The company also did very well in 2018. Profits going up by 37% to 183 million in such a tough operating environment. That was a very good results. Thank you very much for being here with us today. So would start by talking about the results and how good they were, and as well as letting us know what made them that good. We also saw finance costs going up a bit, and maybe you can also talk to us about the sector and where we're headed as a company.
Thank you for having me. It was quite an impressive performance. I believe when we did our half-year results at the end of December, we were behind last year's numbers, but that was mainly driven by the slow first half of the year. Remember, the first half of the year from July to December was characterized by elections, a slowdown in the economy. So the significant part of our performance has been driven by a very, very strong second half from January to June. We have been very strong across our regional markets in all our products. So I would say we've really done well in all our products in half a year. And going forward, we expect similar strong performance going forward.
All right. Which were the best regions in terms of performance, despite us having the election? Did Kenya utterly affected? And of course, between January to June is a school time. How did that also impact the results?
Kenya was still the strongest market. We did more in the second half Kenya than we've previously done. But I would say all the other countries contributed somewhat to getting this good performance. So we continue to ensure that we've diversified our products, because relying on one product, either a textbook or whatever the product might be, leaves us in a very precarious position. The strategy over the last 3 years has been to diversify the kind of products we produce, and that ensures that our risks are mitigated. Now, also looking at geographical diversification, we've also spread our risk across board. Digital will come in to now further boost our margins. Digital has significant margins. It's a business with over 70% gross margins and very little costs, because the content has already been developed when you're developing the print book. Yes.
All right, let's talk about digital a bit. You're investing 100 million in it. How is the rollout going to be in the next 3 years?
The two ways we have approached it. The first thing is we've entered into a lot of strategic partnerships. One with Amazon, World Reader, and several others, to ensure that our product is available in all the major platforms. Right now, anybody from across the world can access our books from the Amazon platform. In addition to that, the second thing we've done is develop our own internal platforms. So you can access from your Android or your iOS device the Longhorn e-reader platform and the Longhorn e-learning platform. So that gives you a whole lot of content that was previously in hard copy. Right now, we even have audiobooks. One of the major set books the main set book, English set book, that's used in all secondary schools in Kenya, that's Blossoms of the Savannah, is now available on audiobook. So we're going far. We are looking at the trends in learning and just the normal Kenyan trends, and saying that the average Kenyan spends about 2 hours or 3 hours in traffic. We need to have a product that's available for them on the go. And that's where the investment in digital is coming from.
The sector has been complaining a lot about the taxation. There's the 16% VAT tax on books. How has that conversation gone? Are we still looking for that, and has that affected your business so far?
Kenya is one of the very, very few countries in Africa that taxes education. So it's a tax on knowledge, which isn't right when you think about it. But we are working with government. We've been lobbying to try get this tax out. When you think about it, if the government sponsors free primary education or free secondary education, then you take a portion of that 16% of it back to the exchequer. You've actually denied a learner somewhere the access to learning materials. But having said that, we appreciate the government will have its own policies. So we've done a lot to make sure that the cost of the book is affordable. Done that by making sure that we've managed the extents of the books, and the way the content is delivered. We've been very creative in ensuring that if a book was, for example, 800 pages, we can still develop a 300-page book and deliver the same content. So managing our extents. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And how is that digital space going to affect the sector? Are we going to see a lot of people reading the books on the phone? Has that actually happened? Do you have the numbers of that, especially according to Longhorn?
Actually, it will. Right now, we have over 500,000 users, active users, using our platforms as we speak, and the numbers are growing. We target over the next 3 years to have over 10 million people across the region using our products. The beauty about digital is the ability to quickly revise a product. If you have a print book and you want to make a change, you have to wait for the whole consignment of stocks to run out, then you print a new set. But with digital, I can easily push the change immediately at a click of a button. So digital will support the Sustainable Development Goals of conserving the environment, and will promote cheap and affordable education for all.
All right. What are other challenges apart from VAT that is affecting the industry right now?
Piracy has always been one of the major problems that publishers continue to face. We continue to work closely with the Kenya Copyright Board, KECOBO, to ensure that we stem this vice. But in addition to that, we continue lobbying for stiffer penalties. Right now, you can get away with a penalty of less than $1 million for pirating books worth 100 million, and you'll still get your product when you're leaving the courtroom. But we are very encouraged by the actions that the government is taking right now by fighting contraband and destroying contraband materials, because it has a negative effect not only on the publishers, but the government is losing revenue from those products.
All right, you've just been confirmed as the CEO. What would you want your legacy to be at Longhorn?
Say an innovative company that looks to grow its spread all over Africa, and promote creativity in learning. Right now, we're not only focusing on textbooks, we're focusing on creatives, getting as many authors as possible to demonstrate what they can do for us. And finally, digital. I would want my legacy to be known as the one where digital became a reality in this country. And there are many things we're doing to make sure that comes to pass, ensuring that we've partnered with the right people, and our product is available on all platforms, be it your tablets, very soon mobile phone. I mean, the mobile penetration is huge in sub-Saharan Africa. You will soon find our content available in different forms. Doesn't have to be an ebook or an audiobook, but in different forms through the mobile network. So I would say watch this space. This company is growing at an exponential rate going forward.
All right. What are your projections for next year in terms of revenue?
For now, I'll keep that as a closely guarded secret, but I would say watch out for the growth in digital. You will see a lot of activity happening in digital. Please be part of it. And for creatives out there, any authors out there, your home is at Longhorn. We will not charge you to publish your content, but we'll make your story get heard. People have heard of the West African story. It's time for the East African story to be heard, the Kenyan story to be specific. Let's promote our own authors.
Yes. Thank you so much. Any other places you're planning to get in, the regions you're planning to get in this year?
We want to grow further, further penetrate the Southern African markets, specifically Zambia and Namibia, and Francophone. We're still scouting the Francophone market. It's a very different market from the Anglophone market. But education is standard. Education is the same, and language is never a barrier to transfer knowledge. And we've done this in over 11 countries. We'll continue doing that for the rest of Africa.
All right, you have timelines for that for Zambia and
Zambian and one or two Francophone countries is within the next 2 years. But we're already in Zambia, so we're now growing our parental buying, or what you call the open markets in that country. Yes.
all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.